Hey guys, Jerome JT62 back here once again with you for another project. This one, the Cyclone dust collector. The type you get on eBay with the $sign on it. If it's something you're interested in, stay tuned. So what we're going to do this time, I'm going to show you how I got fittings to work on this and how I'm mounting this on the bucket itself. Probably heard this 1,000 times that these fittings don't fit standard vacuum cleaner hoses. This is 1,001 times, believe it, they do not. I tried virtually everything that I could do to get fittings to go on here. The heat stretch thing. The only thing I wound up with was a smash finger and a bunch of profanity. So keep that in mind. This port here is your inlet to your vacuum, or the actual vacuum side. I wanted to eliminate a whole bunch of fittings. I don't want a whole bunch of elbows on here. Elbows like to trap larger particles. So what I ended up doing was 3D printing a reducer for this end. Let me go ahead and install the hose for you here. I can't one-hand this, and this is kind of backwards for me here, but let me grab this hose. But this reducer is made to accept this hose, and it's a fresh and fit, and that fits the standard hose now. Can't tell you the exact dimensions that I ended up bringing that down to. They are in millimeters. I needed that for the 3D printer, but it works out very well. The inlet side, I had major problems adapting this to, see if I can get that in there, this size hose adapter. This is a rigid vacuum cleaner. Originally I was going to make a spacer that would fit on the circumference of here, reduce down, and then this would slide on. I don't know what happened 3D print wise. I had a failed print. It always came out too small, too large. Probably user error more than anything, but finally last night I said, let me think about this, and this is what I came up with. I ended up scratching the reducer, and so I went back to Home Depot. I got the closest fitting that's not larger than this, which is a 2-inch. Next size up is 2.5, way too large. So I picked up a piece of 1.5 inch ABS. And incidentally, the vacuum cleaner hose that I'm using is 1 7/8 inch Home Depot. I ordered a 13-foot length for the actual vacuum side for this port right here. It's going to connect to here. So these fittings in here are tapered. And that was one of the issues with trying to heat stretch a fitting on this, because it opens it up out at an angle like this, because this side is larger than this down here. If you go on the inside, it's tapered in, but outside it's too large. I couldn't get it to work. Maybe somebody else can. I couldn't. So after playing around a little bit, I found out that this 1.5 inch ABS actually plugs right in to this side. It only slides in about that far, but I was like, oh my God. Can't believe this. I've been goofing around, and actually I wanted an elbow on this side so I have a little bit more adjustability if I want the inlet this way. If I want it that way, facing down, then this is the ticket. So I ended up, none of these are glued in here. They're all friction fit in case I need to take it apart, but I ended up hand sanding this with sandpaper. Originally I tried it on a disc sander, on my belt sander, and this ABS has a very low melt temperature, and it would start grabbing it, and I was able to recover from that. So I just started with a taper as best I could and worked out this way, and I'll go ahead and plug that up for you so you can see how it looks. Added another ABS piece on this side. You can see it in the center, and 3D printed a spacer so that the hose will fit over the top of this end here. It's actually, I'm kind of impressed. It came out very well. Let me go ahead and install that, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is kind of top heavy now, so I can't, I'll hold that up for you, but you can see how that slides in. If you look on the inside, you probably can't see it, but that fitting is almost slid all the way up. Well, you can't see it, but it's a nice friction fit. It works out. And then let me plug the hose in on this side so you can see that. So that's what the hose looks like plugged on the other side. It has a clip on it. It's on the other side. I didn't make it so that that clip would fit on there. I just wanted that inside of that hose that way. It's a nice friction fit. Works out very well. So let me show you what I did with the base. So just a disclaimer so you know, this base on this thing and the hole pattern on it are not in alignment, concentric in a circle. The holes on here suck. I ended up plugging those up, more for aesthetics than anything. I don't need them, and what I ended up doing was machining on the fine line router down there, spacer. Not only that, but that only had 4 holes. I noticed everybody said 8 was better, so machine that out with 8. This is a 1/2 inch thick. You'll notice an inset in here. This is polycarbonate. Got a real good deal on that at Tap Plastics. And that actually evenly spaces out these holes on the bottom. And let me show you how and why I put the inset on the bottom. So if you look at this bucket here, this is Chlor Bright. A friend of mine at work has a pool, and he gets rid of these buckets now and again. And I really like this bucket because of the fact that the lid on the inside is reinforced, so it doesn't flex like your typical, $3 things you get from Home Depot and it screws on. I don't want to have to wrestle with anything. I don't want to have to wrestle with the hoses. I don't want to have to wrestle with this lid to get it off. Problem, there's a bump right in here. This will not fit. There's no way that fits. So that's where this comes in. Machined in, inset, fits right on there, just like that. Then spacer, and then the dust collector or the cyclone sandwich on there. I'm going to silicone the base of this to here, bead of silicone around here, just because I had them. 8 close tolerance 1032 shoulder machine screws. Mount her up. That's what I like. Easy on, easy off. So I went ahead and sealed both sides and ran this over the screw holes so also could get some sealant in there. If I have to take those screws out, it's very hard to remove sealant if you coat the shank or the thread. So hopefully I'm not going to have any leaks in there. I don't think I will, but I ran all the screws in, tightened them up. This flange flattened out. Originally I had a kind of wavy, it seemed like, but it flattened out and pulled the sealant out. And I actually had to clean the sides up. That's what that looks like with the vacuum side actually coming in to the Vortex. You know, it swirls, and then I don't have the other hose yet. I ordered it from Home Depot. I'm not sure when it's going to be here. Probably sometime next week. But this pretty much wraps up the installation of the $ Vortex. So if you like this video, put a thumbs up, subscribe, questions, comment. I'll answer any questions best I can. If you have any questions on how I made these reducers, you need the STL for that, I can get that to you, or you can measure it out and print it up on your own. It's up to you. Or if you don't have a printer, then maybe I can print them for you. So we'll call this one done. On the next one, let's build a cart. Once again, thanks for watching.